Hi, my name is Vonnegut. I'm an author, and welcome to my Draw My Life. I was born in November of 1922 to my father Kurt, my mother Edith, and I was the youngest of three. There's my brother Bernard, my sister Alice, and little me. I grew up with my family in Indianapolis, Indiana, and we lived in a pretty large house, and my siblings and I went to private school, and we were a pretty happy family until the Great Depression, when my father lost his architecture business and we were pulled out of private school. We lost our house, and this affected my parents pretty badly, with both of them developing addictions to alcohol and prescription drugs. Outside of home, my middle school life was pretty uneventful, and so was my high school life. To be honest, I wasn't the best student. I went to Shortridge, and the best part of it was probably writing for the school paper called The Echo. And I really enjoyed this writing style, so much so that I carried it through into university when I went to study chemistry and biology. I actually became the chief editor of the school university paper called The Sun. Shortly after university, I enlisted in the American Army so I could fight in World War II, so I was shipped to Germany. Shortly after arriving, I was actually caught and imprisoned by German troops, and I witnessed a lot of horrible things during the war, but I think the worst thing that I saw was the bombing of Dresden that killed over 60,000 innocent people. And the only reason that my troops and I survived was because we were in an underground meat locker making vitamins for German troops. After returning from the war, I actually got married to a beautiful lady named Jane. Together, Jane and I had 3 kids, Mark, Edith, and Nanette. After my sister and her husband tragically passed away, we ended up adopting their 3 children as well. After this, it became pretty evident that our family was going to need more income, and even though I had different jobs like newspaper reporter and a teacher, it wasn't making enough, so I decided to put all my efforts into writing, and I slowly gained popularity. But after my writing began to gain popularity and my kids grew up and moved out of the house, my marriage actually fell apart, and I moved to New York to pursue more writing opportunities. While in New York, I actually became very withdrawn and depressed, and it ended up being a very dark time in my life. After some months, I did remarry to a journalist named Jill, and together we adopted a little girl named Lily. Recently, along with writing, I've also become active in protesting for constitutional rights and freedoms and the control of nuclear arms, as well as preserving what's left of the Earth's ozone layer. And that's about it for now, so thank you, you're welcome, and buy my books.